as this one's in the air. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Back to it after the pick six, Mayfield. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it?
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capital.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. What a run that was. 88 yards on the punt return. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he's into the clear. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
On the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the Browns' 43-yard line.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Joe Mixon.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Complete to
Matt Breida, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own
the Browns drive about to get started.
And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
An opening for Chubb on 1st down as he dashes forward for about 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards on the game there. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the 1st half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 now.
At the 27-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Roll. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. At at their own 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Flush to his right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 5.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Mayfield to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns get a score closer. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Now Burrow on first down. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
And a Bengal first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Mixon on the carry.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
13 yards.
Back to Mixon on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Larry Ogunjobi on the tackle in his 4th year now out of the University of Charlotte. A big part of this young Browns defense.
At the Browns' 25-yard line.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
A 3-yard.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Complete to Joe Mixon.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
On the carry.
It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop it.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 38.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Mayfield off the play fake. He finds Taylor, complete. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Open man is Ross, complete. And down he'll go at the 25.
Complete.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Gain on the play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Grant on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at half?
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback, Denzel Ward. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. 55 is my guy, 55. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
46-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Who we got? Mike 55.
First down, Mayfield. They'll leave it for Hunt, complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carl Lawson, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So after the run for...
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I? Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Okay, yeah, can I hit that?
We are the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. Peoples-Jones returning. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Peoples-Jones on the return. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing... For sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little...
He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Browns nothing. Randy Bullock.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Peoples-Jones returning. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense...
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Take over 1st.
He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
At the 25-yard line.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
1st and goal.
This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
His kick is...
Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
Mayfield
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the Bengals 49-yard.
And again, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And it's complete. Hooper. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Mayfield to his new target, Hooper, for a Cleveland first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Watch 36.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield, escaping the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Sean Williams. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Receiver.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
The tackle made.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
1st and goal.
A very solid gain of 27. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get... And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Bengals 28, Browns nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, Mayfield flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards.
Gain on the play. 1st down, Bengals.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And this one's incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. To the air again, Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you're trying.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Following the interception, Mayfield, and an incomplete pass.
Mayfield.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st
The
and 10.
Bengals drive about to get going. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
That's complete to the tight end Sample. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jakeem Grant with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
The kick is
And his kick is good.
Makes the score Bengals 35, Browns 7. Randy Bullock.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Peoples-Jones returning. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Peoples-Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well,
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Baker.
well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this carries into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Switch gears. Slam.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Bengals 35. Browns.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 20.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Mixon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
16 yards.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up. 3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's Landry.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20.
Again, it's Mixon. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 9. First down, Cincinnati.
And a Bengal first down.
First down, here's Burrow. They'll set up a screen for Breida. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And Burrow going to throw again. Going deep downfield for Ross. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 18.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over them. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover.
And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
By the Bengals.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he goes out right around the 39. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Once again, they run with Mixon. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He's just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Taken down back at the 42.
On 3rd down, Burrow. It's complete to Grant. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Now Burrow on first down. Open man is Uzomah. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, and now it'll be 4th and goal.
And goal at the 1-yard line.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mixon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. I mean, just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, and now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happening.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Bengals, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Kick it and go. Kick it and kick it and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Yellow cap, out of the drought, watch me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. We step on, spin move, in zone, scope from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that, time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back, doing the drills and working the wheel, you're grinding at. You know what it be, playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast, a family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breathe down with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just a heel. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. They mama proud, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, I don't hear no clown talking foul on me. Won't shoot me down, send the cavalry. It been a while since I had time for me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Hello. Max March out with the polo. Like my style, don't y'all? Nights like this, I wish I was with y'all. On my turf, roll out the Henry Rux. She like when I hit the receiver. Friend hop in, this is a four-seater. Made a yank straight out the wood, I'm Derek Jeter. Major leaguer, no fatigue. We don't get no handout, we don't get no Magarinas. Never gon' throw your back out, tryna work, you need a breather. I need a break. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down. Tell me who you talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, fly la mama to the moon. She